Welcome back to another episode of the Natty Teacher. I'm, of course, your host, the Natty Teacher. I'm back in school. School is back in session. Not with students yet. We don't have students until next week. So we have just professional development this week. We have our open house on Thursday evening, so we don't have to go until a little bit later, so that's nice. But yeah, that is where I'm at now. So summer break, as sad as it is to see, but also as exciting as it is to see, it is finito, over. Okay, so you will, again, I said this in my last video, but just to make sure that it sets in over the course of these next couple videos for you guys, these uploads will be a little bit later on in the day, in the evening. So most likely between that 6 to 8 p.m. window, something like that. So if you're looking for those like mid-afternoon Natty Teacher videos like I have been over the summer, or maybe like later afternoon, whatever, you know, just please make sure that you are tuning in a little bit later. They'll be on every day for sure, but I don't film my stuff a day ahead. Like, this is all the same day. So like it's Tuesday, I think August 20th. It will be uploaded Tuesday, August 20th for me. So that's just kind of how I roll. I've found success with that. So just as a heads up. Now, I wanted to actually talk about this real quick. Again, of course, the channel name, The Natty Teacher, comes from the fact that I am a junior and senior high school social studies teacher. So teach, junior high world history, and then high school civics, economics, and marketing. Civics and economics being one semester, so like half a year each. So it's not all, I teach 3 classes each semester, so it's not like 4 that I got to do. So it's three classes each semester. But I wanted to just take a minute real quick in this intro, as I'm a couple minutes away from the gym right now, and just kind of let you guys know how I balance being a teacher. I actually have plans in the making on maybe like a Friday, a little while into the school year, once everything gets settled in and that initial excitement of being back at school for the students and for myself, kind of settles down a little bit. I do have a plan to do like a full day of or a day in my life kind of video. And obviously I'm not going to film any students or anything like that, of course. But just kind of a day in my life of like how I balance natural bodybuilding and also being a full-time teacher as well during the actual school year, because it's easy in the summer, because you just get to live as a bodybuilder during the summer, of course. I just literally eat, sleep, train, and watch my kid. That's it. That's literally all I do and work outside. That's all I do the entire summer. But my day, the way it's set up, just to kind of run you through it real quick before I get to the gym, I'll wake up every morning about 5:15, 5:20 at the latest, and I have to be very much so within like 5-minute increments here. I know it sounds OCD, and it kind of is, but also it adds up by the end of the day. It really does. So usually closer to 5:15, hop out of bed. I already have it made. I'll have my half gallon of water in something like this, and it'll have 1 whole lemon and 5 grams of glutamine in there. So kind of a gut health hydration drink, so to speak. So I'll have that ready to go. I go down the hallway from our bedroom at the opposite end of our house and hop in there, and we have a recumbent bike set up. So I'll first do my 5 rounds of like 15 to 20 second holds for stomach vacuums, and then I'll do a half hour on the recumbent bike. I have baby wipes, so instead of taking a full-blown shower, usually I will just do like a wipe, because then I literally don't have time to shower twice in my day. I always shower post actual weight training. So I'll usually make sure I get nice and cleaned up and smell decent enough to where I can just use that deodorant and kind of go from there. So I'll do that and then have my first meal. And then essentially the way it works out for me, man, is every 2 hours I'm kind of set up to have another meal. So 2 hours after that, in between classes, or like maybe I'll take a quick second break in my class and just chug down a blended meal. 2 hours after that is my lunch. And then it's a little bit more of a gap after that. Probably about 3 hours after that is when I'll have meal 4, and that is my prep, which is the last hour of the school day. It's the first year they have that for me, so that's cool. It was always the second to last hour, so now I literally have 2 classes, lunch, 3 classes, and then my prep at the very end of the day is the last hour. So that's really cool. I'm excited to have that last hour prep, because then I can just eat my meal and then do whatever prep work I need to do, get changed for the gym real quick, and then when the bell rings, man, as long as I'm done for the day, we are out of there. So that'll be really cool. So yeah, So pretty cool stuff. And then, I'll obviously go to the gym, work out, go home, eat, shower, get meals packed and prepped for the next day, have my last meal, and then in the evening, usually about 8:30, 8:45 now is when I'll have kind of an hour to myself or so. Play video games, usually with my buddies. We'll play Fortnite or, whatever, kind of just goof around and, hang out and have that time to myself. So usually it's at the very beginning of the day I have some time to myself, and then the very end of the day is when I have time to myself. And then in between is with, my wife and daughter, and then obviously being at work. So just kind of a quick rundown of my day. I know that was kind of a lot of jibber jabbering. I just pulled into the gym a minute ago, so we're going to head in there. And you will see the top set of some barbell squats coming at you right about now. All right, as promised, we got some barbell squats. Now, if you notice, and the camera kind of cuts it off here, I got 2 1/4 on there. Last week I did 2 1/4 with some 5s, but last week my form was trash. And I will say there were a few reps, like that one, for example, and this next one where I kind of glitch out a little bit. My left leg glitch. It's just it gets stuck almost. There were definitely some reps with 2 1/4 here that I wasn't overly satisfied with, but I'll be honest with you, overall the intensity was there, and that is what's going to count at the end of the day for the most part. Okay. Now with these barbell squats, again, we're really trying to drive those glutes down to the point where we are essentially kind of balancing and putting the hamstrings onto the calves. So we're getting nice and deep and trying to not use the glutes as much as possible, but, a little bit ain't going to be, the worst thing ever. So we did 7 reps here, 2 1/4. Then we dropped down to 250, cleaned that form up even a little bit more and hit that for a nice round 10. So that was solid. Then hack squats, working with 3 plates here. Again, this is the heaviest hack squat on the face of the earth, but that's okay. It's just gonna make it, and we'll use it another hack squat at some point, even easier. Okay, now you'll see here that I am fully coming all the way down and sitting in the bottom of this movement. So driving those glutes down, driving that butt down. Again, trying to sit those hamstrings onto the calves. Rest there. I don't want to say rest, but I should say load the quads up and then come out of the bottom hard. So we did a top set here, hit this for a nice round set of 10, and then we actually kept this weight on and did it for a following set of 8. So exactly where we'd want to be, 2 sets in that 8 to 12 rep range with a good amount of weight. So that was solid for sure, as my voice will kind of trail off here a little bit as we're kind of pushing towards the end. So yeah, full day back at work, a long night. Sorry, I apologize for the late upload. Just now getting around to doing the voiceover. Just had a ton of stuff to do ever since I've been home. So yeah, I've been moving and cruising for sure. I think I still got another one. These little sets right here, guys, I'll tell you, these are those sets that you just got to dig. You just got to dig. Like I hit 6 in a row, held it at the top for a second and another 2, and then, still kept going, had 2 more in the tank. Now, close foot leg press went up 20 pounds from last week already. We're trying to really work 2 sets in that 10 to 15 rep range is kind of the sweet spot for this close foot leg press. Again, same thing, driving those calves all the way down to the hamstrings, sitting at the bottom. The heels will come up a little bit here to extend that range of motion, but that's okay. So we got 3 plates and a 35 on there. Really, really deep stretch, loading those quads up and pushing up through hard. Okay, so we did a top set of 13 here, I believe, and then did a second set of 11 with the same weight. So again, 2 sets within that 10 to 15 rep range. Perfecto. That's what I like to see. But again, everything's range of motion, guys. Everything is range of motion. Build that range of motion. Do it properly. Get the most out of your quad training. There we go. This is a double speed if you couldn't tell. Anyways, then leg extensions, regular speed here. Again, kind of slightly leaning back, really extending those quads. This was our 4th and final quad exercise. We did 2 working sets here, both within that 12 to 20 rep range, which is where I like to sit. Hit a top set of 16 here, and then I believe did a following set of 15. Yeah, only lost rep with the same weight. So that was good. So yeah, quads are absolutely annihilated. I did not film this, but I did do 3 working sets of toe press with 3 1/4 on the leg press machine. So really, curling the toes into the pad, keeping the feet nice and low. Excuse me. And really sitting in that stretch position. So you can watch my other videos. I have quite a few of toe press, even last week's leg video. So a week from today in the past, I have toe press on there. But anyways, yeah. See y'all in the outro here. Leg A session in the books. Absolutely phenomenal workout. Crushed it. Felt great. Felt strong. It was one of those workouts where mentally had to definitely push for a few of those sets. Sometimes those workouts, man, you ain't got to do nothing. Your mind and your body are so locked in. You ain't gotta think about it. But then there's those workouts today where the body was there, but the mind was. The mind was also there for sure. But there were definitely some times where I could tell I had to throw in that little oomph, that little oomph, that little push. And it definitely worked, definitely benefited. Hit some great numbers for really good form for a lot of my stuff. Squats, again, I do feel like I'm still driving with my glutes, especially on that top set. So I'm gonna work with that weight for a while till I really, really fine tune that comfortably. And then we'll start to slowly progress back up. I feel like I've I don't want to say plateaued, because I know I haven't plateaued because a lot of my back off sets continue to go up, but I do feel like I've kind of hit that roadblock of weight where it's like, okay, I need to, either I can force this to go up and the form's going to go to crap, or I can stay here and continue to work at this weight, hit this similar rep range, but really, really clean up the form and drive more with quads. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. We're going to work with that for a while until we really, really nail it. Okay. So anyways, join me tomorrow. We got our push B session, a little bit of a later workout again. Not quite as late as today, but a little bit later. That 3 o'clock-ish, 3:15 range. So again, look for that upload tomorrow between 6 and 8 p.m. or so. It's a little late now. It's already almost 7:15, so I'm going to head in here and edit this video up. I already had my post-workout meal, so I still got another about hour and a half till I eat my last meal of the evening. But yeah, so again, push B workout tomorrow. Make sure you drop a like on this video, share it. That would be awesome. Share it with your friends. Tell them the Natty teacher's back in school and we're rolling. We are on what, the 10th? I believe the 10th episode of Road to Natty Pro. I believe this is a round number of 10. It's either 9 or 10. I'll check in my recent uploads real quick. So it's either 9 or 10. I believe it's 10. But yeah, man, again, great workout. Push B workout tomorrow. Make sure you tune in for that. Drop a subscribe. It really does help the channel, honestly, as we continue to grow. Not even just from a motivation standpoint, but it really does actually help the channel to continue to grow. And that kind of unlocks more opportunities for me and for the channel as, we gain more and more traction and, grow this little Natty teacher community, into something huge, which I know it can be. Whatever huge is, it doesn't, I'm not picturing anything super crazy, but I definitely know that we are going to continue to grow. So I'm excited for that journey, and also as that lines up with my journey going back to school here with a new year, a fresh year, and it's exciting stuff. It's exciting stuff, man. So anyways, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. But for today, I'm the Natty teacher, and this episode of Road to Natty Pro is out. I will catch y'all on the flippity flop.